Welcome to the podcast of disaster. I'm your host, JCR1216, and joining me are my co-hosts.
Quarter launch 437.
Page 1530.
And joining me are our new co-hosts. Ellis?
Our new co-host.
If was going to go first, but I guess I'm going first. Hi, I'm Delta.
Yes, that was a deliberate choice. And hi, I'm Fun Floof the cartoon, but most people know me as Radar the main wolf.
Yep. I hope you fellas are excited for today's episode because it's a very special episode. Today we're going to be going over Shadow Generation, so get ready to paint your space white.
What?
Yes.
No comment.
So let's go back in time for a second. Back to when this game was first announced in that
Back in
PlayStation
time, like
trailer.
the game?
Yeah, like when we got the reveal of we're gonna get Shadow Generations. You guys remember your overall reaction to that?
So I think it was either before or after a church service I was at, and I think it was before. And the entire service, I could not think of anything other than that trailer because I was so excited.
Fluke, what did you think?
So, I actually remember this vividly. I remember the day, and I remember what I was doing. I was trying to go for like a change of pace because whenever there is like a big event and Sega does hint at something, or at least we're expecting to hear something from Sega, we I'd go to like other content creators who are streaming that day, and it's like, ooh, are they also watching like the State of Play or the Nintendo Direct or the whatever is going on, you know? However, this was just one of those days where it was like, it just pretty much felt silent, you know? Like, we were just coming off the heels of Final Horizon, and we had heard rumors of remakes being done, right? There was like a bit of rumor talk around the spaces. I don't delve into that stuff much. Like
a few days before the trailer release, there was like the website registered for it.
Something like that, yeah. We just couldn't really like tell for sure until like we knew something was going to happen, and lo and behold, a state of play comes up. But it's like, is this really going to be something? Is it? Question mark. You know, there was just a lot of uncertainty surrounding it. Actually, I think it was both Final Horizon and Dream Team we were coming out of. We should have guessed we were going to expect, you know, considering that we had Sonic Colors be remade to a certain extent, we get Generations instead. We get Generations instead. And that day, I was actually watching Penny Parker, Snaps Cube, when she was reacting to the State of Play, and I was like, oh my gosh, I know everyone is collectively losing it right now, and like, yeah, because like by technicality, we were getting a Shadow the Hedgehog game. Is like I couldn't believe it. It's like it was just like Shadow Generations, and then you know the fake out with the Generations intro is like, oh, things are happening. Wait, Space Colony Arc. Wait, Black Doom. Like things were already wild. But this is just I don't know how to explain it. You know, it was just a lot of those reveals for Sonic, like especially ever since Frontiers, it really has been you had to have been there moment. It's like it still feels like yesterday we were just like seeing the reveals of getting a new Bio-Lizard boss fight. I say new because Bio-Lizard was in the 3DS version of Sonic Generations, but now we play as Shadow. It's just I have a lot of thought about when it comes to like that time we spent waiting and biding our time until the game comes out, and it's like really is something that we get to look back on it. And it's like just audience, can you tell this is my first podcast? Like my thoughts are already flying out of my brain.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, man.
You're doing great.
You should go back and watch the first episode of the podcast we did. Literally like half of it is just like dead space between me and Matrix. It was just us like going like, yes. Here's a fun fact. I was actually at my I was actually at my sister's softball practice when I found out about the game.
Oh wow.
It was very interesting. And Floof, to your point about the Colors remake, we've pretty much gotten every remake of like the early generation Roger games, it does make you think: are they gonna remake the Jason and Ryan games when they eventually get to it? Or are they just gonna keep on with making the Roger games? Because after Generations, I believe only like Lost World is left for them.
They never did anything for Free Riders, which that's the first game that
say,
Roger was ever part
of. I feel like Lost World, like in comparison to, I don't know. I feel like Lost World is like it's difficult for me to say. I just feel like Lost World will be pushing it in terms of the remakes because Lost World is now officially a decade old. It still is very it still feels modern. A little bit like closer to this just like I just have like a specific range for the 2010s in particular. It's like, okay, over here is, the early stuff, over here is the late 2010 stuff. It's like Team Sonic Racing exists, but we don't need a remake of it whatsoever. We already have the new game. And then Forces, there a lot of stuff has already been built around Forces as is, especially.
You would have to completely rework Forces, in my opinion, to make it work as a remaster.
And even then, we also have to consider the fact that IDW is solely built upon what Forces established. And you'd have to also tiptoe around what's been referenced in Forces. I mean, what's been referenced from Forces in IDW. So some things have to stay the way they are. If not, then it can be rewritten. Lost World, I just think that a remake is kind of unnecessary for Lost World. Because if we were... I'd be of the few people who'd like to go back to the Lost Hex, but under new circumstances. They've been doing these little subtle hints of. Oh, sorry. You go ahead, Paige.
I'd like a game with like the gameplay of Lost World, but with a good story and good writing.
It's like
because the gameplay is pretty interesting.
With all the promotional stuff with Cross Worlds, and then like on top of what we have in Cross Worlds, like they're hinting at a whole bunch of all this lore about the Zeti, everything with silver, the whole the Babylonians being younger than the Zeti in terms of their age of ancient era years. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I just feel like a remake for Lost World just seems so unnecessary, and even more unnecessary if we were to get to Forces. I know that the writing wasn't the best, but it's like, I don't know. It just feels too new, It just feels a little bit too new. But at the same time, back in 2021, it was technically 11 years since Colors had come out.
Yes.
And 10 because Lost World is 12 years now. I forget. It's 2013. Yeah. It's 2013.
Yeah. So I guess we know what we're going to be covering when it comes to 2028, the 15-year anniversary of that.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So it's like, I just feel like in terms of the remakes, it's like, I prefer to get a spiritual successor to Lost World, where I know for a fact that Ian would be very adamant to actually, considering all the good deed he has done to up the image of the Deadly Six. I know that he's also said that he has been of interest to explore more of what the Lost Hex is, and it's like, there's again, with these Cross Worlds and one of the stages, it's like there's little subtle hints to ooh, imagine what could be in a future game, but it's like that's not really much of what we're looking forward to. Again, the future games are going to be based off of mostly Frontiers, or at least gameplay and design, sort of like Frontiers. But Paige, I think it was Paige, did mention Free Riders. Free Riders, now that's a game that deserves a remake, or at least get it on better consoles. And it's like not only
either
that,
a remake or just complete decanonization or something, because that crap is not good.
I have some bad news for you, but you know what? That's not what we're going to be talking about right now. It's like with Free Riders, it's like, I mean, obviously people would rather want a Riders 4 or just a new Riders game in general, but it's like, I feel, because in Free Riders in general isn't as referenced than the other games in particular.
Can't imagine why.
There's only slight, there's only been two-ish references in Cross Worlds, and then on top of that, it's just all of the boards and other gear designs from that game. I feel as though that, get it out of the Kinect system, actually let it be playable on controllers, fix up the story, and it's like it can work.
Do better voice acting for it, like re-record every line.
Okay, you see, now that's where things are actually going to get a little bit muddled. Because I do have to agree with what people have been saying is that Free Riders definitely has been some of the cast's best voice direction.
I've heard the opposite. I've heard it was awful. I heard it was like the worst they ever did because it was their first time, which that's fair. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect for their first try, but like apparently it was not good.
Yeah, well, people have been saying. Well, people have been going back on it, and yeah,
people go back and forth on everything.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Sonic fandom.
Like 1 second, we hate Sonic Unleashed. The next second, we love Sonic Unleashed. We hate I bet next year people are gonna say that Forces is the best Sonic game.
I would not be surprised.
Oh my god. People went from loving Sonic Frontiers to now all of a sudden, it's actually terrible. It's like, what? How?
I wait for the day where we're considering Sonic 4 to actually be a good game.
Sonic 4 episode 1, the best game in the series. 10 out of 10.
It's funny because we are intentionally skipping
cinema.
Who's that walking up there? Oh, hello, Sonic 06.
Oh yeah, that's next year. Next year's the 20th anniversary of 06. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That makes me feel old. Oh, 06 is almost 20.
The first Sonic game I ever played.
20th anniversary of Sonic Adventure 2.
There's a lot of anniversaries because
it's Sonic's birthday. I was like, man, that was good for 35. You know what? To be honest, remake talk was probably not remake talk was probably inevitable when we were getting to Shadow Generations. However, at the very least,
mention something.
Shadow Generation. Oh, okay. I will say this: when it comes to Sonic X Shadow Generations, it is at least 90% a better remake than most that we've gotten so far. I say 90%. I say 90% just because Sonic Generations, you had some improvements, but I'm going to be honest, some things just weren't meant to be. I'm sorry. I still love you though, but it just wasn't meant to be. But we're mostly talking about Shadow Generations specifically. So
I'm just glad that I can play it on my Switch.
Yeah, I got to get the trophies twice, which is crazy.
I was sad I didn't get to play the original.
I still haven't gotten the platinum because of Shadow. Yeah. Also, when we were talking about like remakes, like what remakes they might make next, I feel like might be a chance that Unleashed might get a remake because of.
You're ready for a Silent Werehog, buddy.
That's so true. He's in there's so much Unleashed in Crossworlds. It's ridiculous. It's like to the point like, okay, are we gonna do something or like why is there so much of this one game?
Knows. Well, speaking of knowing, Delta, what are your thoughts? Where were you? Because I don't believe you answered where you were when you found out about Shadow Generations.
I think I just found out about it on Twitter and was just like, wait, what? They're making a new Shadow game? And I just was like following it on Twitter as more stuff got released. I saw when BioLizard was announced and I was like, oh, damn, we're going that far? And then when I saw Mephiles, I was like, oh, hell yeah, Mephiles is back.
That was much later, but yeah.
And that was one of the many spoilers.
Still feel bad for Mephiles.
That trailer should have never revealed Mephiles. I feel like them revealing Mephiles was kind of nuts.
It's like
if they didn't reveal it, that would be so awesome.
That would have, yeah. Like I get what they were trying to go for, but it's like could have hit a few things for us, Sega. We didn't need to know everything.
Yeah, they showed almost the entire game was shown.
I feel like that's a problem with like modern trailers in general.
True.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, as cool as it was Neo Devil Doom supposed to be the big reveal here? Because I feel like Mephiles could have really taken the cake.
Well, they didn't show. Well, I mean, Neo Devil Doom not being shown in a trailer makes a lot of sense since that is literally the final boss of the entire game. You wouldn't want to like just show the ending of the entire thing. That's like the only thing they didn't show, which is fair.
Yeah. Well, I remember seeing all like the hype around it. There was one thing though that they did keep secret though, which is something we're gonna build up to. But let's talk about the opening of the game. It is we got that prologue. I was surprised that they actually showed Maria's dead body on the floor.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did they? I don't remember seeing that.
It was in the prologue.
What is it? Shadow's world, Shadow's story. I think that's what it was.
I thought you meant the actual opening of the game, not the prologue.
Yeah. Speaking of prologues, there was also Dark Beginnings. We almost forgot about that, but Dark Beginnings.
That's a prologue.
Yeah, that Dark Beginnings was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It was something. We will probably go into detail in it, when we talk in a little, probably now, because it's the episode we're talking about Shadow Gens. I have no idea where I was going with that. But it was the animation was breathtaking. I will say that it was so nice just to see human characters again.
And Roger being
Omega.
Omega. No, not just Omega, but also the general was crazy. Or the gun.
That is very funny. That is very funny. Because now with the fact that Roger voices them both, it's now they're probably going to be shown. They'll probably be shown up more, but
Roger voices 30 billion people in the same game all the time, so it makes sense.
Yeah, somebody once said Roger is the Chris Pratt of the gaming industry, and I couldn't agree more.
Is the what?
Chris Pratt of the gaming community, gaming industry. Sorry, I thought we had a brain moment there.
Don't worry. Yeah. Welcome to the podcast of disaster.
It is a disaster.
Yeah, have you seen the audio problems we've had? That's why Quartz doing.
Sure, you keep cutting out for me.
Oh god. Stuff's gonna happen. But yeah, the visuals of Dark Beginnings as well were really breathtaking in my opinion. Especially that Maria's looking like the imagery where it looks like Maria got shot in her heart.
Yeah, that was
awesome. Was so cool.
And the part with Gerald in the chair. Yeah. With the swinging lights and stuff.
All went crazy.
My favorite part was the fight choreography with Gemerald or whatever.
Yeah,
Emerald.
Oh, that was. Yeah.
There's two. There's an Emerald and a Gemerald, and I don't know the difference.
Yeah, I know everyone's having. I know.
Oh,
Emerald is the original Gizoid that Gerald's son had found, and Gerald had taken under him up until everything that happened on the Ark, which. Then Gunn stashed Emerald away, and then Eggman retrieved it for himself, which later led into battle. Gemerald is the robot that Eggman makes that's based off of Emerald's leftover data that Eggman has of Emerald from battle, and basically, builds Gemerald out of it in Advance 3. And if you've played Advance 3 or you've seen IDW Sonic, you know what Gemerald's all about.
The only thing I really know about him is from IDW, and because I've never played the games because I don't have a DS, that would be a good game to put on to remake as well.
Everyone wants to see the advanced games remade, and I want them accessible too. But it's
you can always sail the seven seas, Floof.
I don't have the hardware for that kind of stuff, to be honest.
Same. But when it comes to the opening of the game, besides Shadow's story, it was really funny to me. But we get this beautiful, high quality Shadow cutscene, then we just contrast it with Rouge sticking in the original Generation style.
Yeah. Just hey, I've traveled back in time to 2012. What are you doing?
This would be Sonic
in 2020?
Shadow the Hedgehog graphics in 2012. Yeah,
it's also kind of crazy that this game that's being made now takes place years ago. Well, not canonically years ago, but canonically a year ago or something. But it's we're not really progressing the story anymore. We just went backwards.
That's actually one of the problems I have with this game. It's the fact that it takes place during the same time as Shadow Generation, during the same time as Sonic Generation. Yeah. To me, it would have been a lot more interesting, in my opinion, if this took place a little bit after, after we dealt with Sonic Generations. I don't like the fact that it takes place at the same time. I feel like that was a little bit of a cop out, in my opinion.
I don't like what they did. I don't like that aspect of with how they had to handle it at the end, which we could talk about later.
Why is it that you feel
specific? Oh, what?
Sorry? Why is it that you feel that way specifically?
Well, I would say, but it's specifically something that has to do with the very end of the game.
And my main reason why I would like for it to take place afterwards is because I would have liked to see I think bringing back Black Doom was a great idea, but the fact that they made it intertwined with White Space, I understand you have to have a reason for a video game to happen, but I would have loved to see the Black Doom tries to take over Shadow plot happen in a set like in the future, because it just feels weird. Because remember, this is before Forces. This is before
Frontiers.
Like, Frontiers, TSR, like all of this. You're telling me all of this, even though like back like it just, I understand that they're gonna have to retcon some things when it comes to it happening, but at the same time, I just feel like it would have made a lot clearer and it would have made a lot more sense if Shadow Generations took place after Sonic Generations, like after Frontiers. Or like, I would have much rather this take place after Frontiers.
It's also like they don't mention it like ever again, really. Like they haven't really mentioned anything about it like ever again, like post. So it's like it's kind of like what was it really for, you know?
Yeah, I mean, white space gets brought up during Crossworlds when you with Shadows.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But it's like
that's his map, and that's literally it.
But yeah, but it still kind of just annoys me a little bit with the fact that this would have made a lot cooler of a story if this takes place after Frontiers. Yeah, but speaking of story, after we get done with Space Colony Arc, we get to see Omega, which starts the theme of characters that didn't appear in Sonic Generations appearing in Shadow, except for one of them, which we'll get to later. But I remember people speculating about it. But after we got through with Space Colony, we go over to Rail Canyon. But by the way, before we talk about that, what were your guys' opinions on the Space Colony Arc remaster?
I thought that level was great.
I thought it was great. They really did have me when they're having the gameplay reveals. The fact they even brought back the artificial chaos, but the fact they brought both back P1 and P100 is like, it makes me feel so much better in life. It's like, yes, I don't mind we didn't see all of the artificial chaos. It's like, I'm glad they brought back like the main ones from Adventure 2.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about the level is like when you replay it, it doesn't play the like cutscene of you getting the wings. Like it can't play the cutscene again. You see it once and it's gone forever.
Until a certain thing happens. But yeah, I understand what you mean. The wings were really cool. It caused a lot of Christ-like fan art of Shadow, which I thought was hilarious.
And also just really cool art in general.
Yeah, way better art than I saw with instead of the squid art with Shadow.
The squid art is just goofy every time. It's just silly.
Yeah. Let's go with that. But I do like the fact that they gave Shadow different forms. That was, to me, one of the cooler parts of this game. But we'll talk about those forms. There was Doom Sphere. That's the first one you unlock after you beat Space Colony Arc. Before we continue, anyone else have their thoughts on? I didn't like the 2D one, but I loved the 3D one.
Yeah. Is the 2D one the one where you get the wings, or is it the 3D one?
Yes.
2D. Okay. Yeah. That's the only thing I really like about the 2D. Otherwise, it's just fine. It's okay.
Delta, do you have your thoughts on Space Colony Arc?
I'm trying to remember if I even played that level yet or not. I'm like right.
What's the first level of the game?
If you didn't play that level, you didn't play the game.
Oh, if it's the very first level, when you start Shadow Gens, and it was a pretty good level. I just got annoyed with the freaking rail system.
I don't think rails were in that level.
That was Rail Canyon.
Yeah, Rail Canyon has the rails, not the first level.
Are you sure? Am I thinking of a different level? Because I'm thinking of
Are you thinking of a different game?
No, because I remember playing the very opening of Shadow Gens the other day, right when you get introduced to Black Doom again.
And you were in space?
Oh yeah, there are rails in that. There are rails in that level.
Oh yeah, at the very
and I kept getting screwed over because I kept getting launched past the bounce pad without the ability to lock onto it to save myself. So I died 5 times in one spot.
Sounds like a skill issue.
And rails ain't railing.
Skill issue.
Like SA2.
Get on my level.
I will say though, it was a pretty fun level.
I played Shadow of rails and I was fixes. Yeah,
words are definitely happening.
Yeah, if you think the locking on the rails for Shadow Gens is rough, you don't want to try 06's rail system.
Oh, I've seen gameplay of 06. Yeah, I am not touching 06, even with the fan-made remake of it that's supposed to fix it. I'm not touching 06.
Oh, well, that does. It does fix everything. It doesn't even, it's not even the same.
I'd still rather keep away from 06, thank you very much. I'd rather not deal with it's no use for the 500 times in a row.
It's no use!
It's no use.
I genuinely to this day don't know how
use.
you're supposed to win that fight.
This?
If you get grabbed once, he literally just damage struggles you against the wall.
Well, it depends on where you are. So if there's no wall or anything behind, really close behind you, then you're good. But they didn't really limit him.
Yeah, so just don't get grabbed outside the neutral. Got it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Speaking of 06, let's look at the game that happened before that game, Rail Canyon, the Sonic Heroes level. I have thoughts about it. Heroes is a game that I have a hard time playing because it's just like, how do I say it? Slippery.
You like Shadow of 5? That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't really have any thoughts about the level because I never played Heroes and I thought the level was just fine. Like I have an unopened copy for the GameCube, but yeah, I've never played the game.
Well, to play the game, you have to play the game.
Yeah, like I know, but yeah, like I've never played the game, so I don't really have a connection to that level. Like I thought it was fine, but not really crazy.
Honestly,
I will say the Western theme was cool though. Flip, go ahead.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah,
with considering the fact I did have Sonic Heroes when I was younger, and I pretty much do have a Heroes based childhood. Like I played Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing, so I was heavily exposed to Seaside Hill and Casino Park and Final Fortress, and that still went on. I had Generations, I had Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed, and then Team Sonic Racing brought those levels back as well. It was just I had a lot of heroes growing up, and I will say it that in terms of like the gameplay and the especially the I think Rail Canyon is my favorite just because it tested my reflexes the most out of any level. And I like it when a game does that. It keeps my brain turned on and I don't just have to half-ass it. That's why I like a lot of the games like Generation, both Sonic and Shadow. Like, I'm sorry I have to even mention it, but I'm sure if you've been in the fandom long, you remember the video by Sam Procrastinates of him just making a sandwich while playing Forces.
Oh, yeah. I just watched that today.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, man, you should watch it, genuinely.
It's a hilarious video.
So on that one level where you have to like double boost for like the first time or something like that.
Arsenal Pyramid.
He doesn't even touch the controller for the double boost. He just sits his controller down and just eats a sandwich very slowly as it just goes forward, like does everything for him. He doesn't even get hit by lasers when diving. It's crazy. I think I originally saw that from a video where it was like, I think I originally saw it where like there's a video of playing any Metallica song while in Fortnite Festival on vocals, and it's because like there's so many breaks with like the vocals because there's a lot of guitar solos, so it's just you do nothing for like a minute.
Oh yeah,
and so it's just that video.
I've played many Metallica songs in festival. Never pick vocals on that. Let the NPCs do it. It's not worth it.
No, I like it. It's just funny.
Yeah, it's just you emote for like 5 minutes of 7 out of Master of Puppets and then just sing for 2. It's ridiculous.
Well, Master of Puppets isn't that bad for it. Apparently, the like Freebird song is like the worst song when it comes to vocals.
If I remember correct, I think Battery had a 2-minute gap at one point.
That wouldn't surprise me. I'm not 100% sure. I've only played like 3 songs by them in the game.
Am I getting trolled by Shadow Gens? Hold on. I'm trying to start the game on my profile, and it's making me watch the opening cutscene, and if I hold A to skip, it just sends me back to the menu.
Maybe it's because you didn't play the game, and they want you to watch the story.
Well, that's just a theory.
A game theory.
Thanks for watching.
I'm totally funny.
Speaking of theories, after you beat Rail Canyon, you do get to see a theory get confirmed on how Eggman got out of white space. Orbot and Cubot's rocket.
Oh yeah.
Sort of ish.
I still haven't finished that.
Sort of. Oh god. Okay. Sort of ish. I can't spoil it if you guys haven't even.
Yeah, I haven't even played the game.
I haven't collected all of the bolts or whatever, and like, cause like it's really annoying, and I don't know where they are.
So do you guys just genuinely have no idea? JCR, please tell me you know too, please.
I know.
Doesn't it not work? Doesn't the rocket like not work? I guess
sure. Let's just. You know what? Sure. Let's just go with that. But you still get.
The game's been out for a year. You can say the spoiler.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, because
fine.
Because technically you still have to get the bolts because Orbot and Cubot will gift you like the music tracks and other stuff as well.
Yeah.
So basically, Cubot and Orbot were going off of a hypothetical. It's not actually a rocket. It is a flicky cuckoo clock.
That's what it was. Yeah.
It's a giant flicky cuckoo clock, and we have absolutely. I mean, I don't really think it needs much of an explanation. Orbot and Cubot are the comedy relief characters of the series, so it's obvious that they come with a gag in this game. But it is nice hearing. It is funny hearing about them from time to time. But it's like, yeah, no, like, unfortunately, the whole thing with Eggman getting out of white space, it doesn't have an answer because even Ian asked Izuka that himself, and they never.
They said, "Oh no."
They didn't give him an answer, and Ian was just like, "Oh," and it's like Ian was also just. I know that Ian suggested he would have wanted to help answer that, but it's like, no, don't do that. And it's like,
yeah, so like,
okay.
It's just he did just cause. That's how. Just cause.
Yeah. And it's like not really it matters because, I mean, not like it matters. Like, yeah, no, it's like after it's like Eggman comes back, after that, and yeah, is like there's a lot of things that happen in the series that kind of really don't need much of explanation. I mean, as much as I know, a lot of people tend to put like a lot of realism.
Oh wait, JCR disappeared.
Where'd you go?
I accidentally hit refresh.
How dare you?
That was.
It didn't delete everything, right?
Well, luckily, Court's recording the episode, so we're good.
Thank God.
Oh yeah, I think I figured out why skipping the cutscene put me back at the menu. I was clicking Shadow's story. I'm pretty sure that's just a cutscene.
Oh jeez. You fool. I didn't even click the game. Skill issue. You're bad at the game.
What was I supposed to know that Shadow's story? I was just laughing. I was just laughing like in a mocking way, but then it turned into an actual laugh. That was great.
It's amazing.
So, wonder what else is amazing? The fact that they made Kingdom Valley playable.
Made who playable?
Valley, Sonic 06, as we're going to talk about. We're still good with the recording, right?
Yep.
Before we start going,
yep.
The recording's good?
Yep.
Thank God.
Although I was probably going to fail at some point because we're going on for like 45 minutes. My hard drive might not be able to store this by the end.
Okay.
Yeah, also, I don't have much time. I gotta, like, wash my dog.
Okay, next up, Rail Canyon.
We already talked about that.
Kingdom Valley.
Kingdom Valley.
I thought it was really fun. It was really. Oh, I heard myself. Hello. Yeah.
It was my favorite level.
Yeah, Kingdom, like the way that it looked, the music and everything with it, I was mind blown, and it kind of makes you wonder. Those PO6 guys were cooking.
I will say
it's like the most nostalgic level for me because like I grew up with 06 and I really liked the game. So like seeing Kingdom Valley in like 4K Ultra HD PlayStation 5 was just amazing. And I was just really like blown away by it.
Yeah.
Like whereas Rail Canyon to me was the best in terms of my reflexes, I think Kingdom Valley was the best level in terms of usage of the chaos the Doom powers. Because that one utilizes like okay, we don't have Doom Morph and we don't have the full Doom Wing, but it's like I like that one the most when it comes to using the Doom powers. Like using Chaos Control, the spears, using
Doom Surf.
It's like yeah, I was like I like that one the most. And it's like hell yeah, the bald eagle, hell yeah, yeah. I like the eagle.
Yeah,
the eagle being in 4K.
Best eagle since Peacemaker.
True.
Yeah.
Let's make Eagly canon in Sonic. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that eagle is Eagly from Peacemaker.
But yeah, no, I'm glad. Yeah, Kingdom Valley came out really well. I'm happy it got its moment. And it's like and it's like I will say it. I like it more as the 06 inclusion than Crisis City and Sonic 06. I mean Sonic Generations. Dang it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it did have what?
Happens to the best of us, Wolf.
It did have the character reveal that pissed me off the most though.
Big?
I was happy. Yes. I was before the game came out. I was heavily predicting Silver would appear because Silver's original cutscene generation. Like, oh, look at that! And then we already saw Sonic again, so it's like, please tell me that we get Silver as Silver's boss fight, or like have Silver appear in general because we see them break the rule later. But I'll say it now because I have no idea. Of course, hard drive can handle it. Rouge. So it's like you're telling me we couldn't have a Silver fight, and no, we just have Big appear again. I mean, it was cool to see Big, but it's like this game. I understand Big didn't appear in the original game, but it's like, come on.
Okay, counterpoint though. Shadow and Big being friends is fun.
True. But come on.
Okay, look, I do feel I also agree. It was kind of a loss that we didn't really get much out of a new installation to Sonic Generations that could have explained Silver and him being in white space. I do agree. It's a shame. I wouldn't be surprised if Ian did ask about it, but I'm sure Sega probably preferred not to for whatever reason or some other case. However, Big's dialogue is definitely deserves to stick around. Like I wouldn't have replaced Big either way because I am just genuinely happy with his interactions with Shadow, especially how Ian was able to make his Sonic Adventure 2 cameos actually canon. He managed to do that, and it's so hilarious that I love it. It's just I love it because it's so funny. He didn't have to do that, but he did.
Well, Ian is the king of references.
We are on to you, Flynn.
Ian.
But anywho, is that all for Kingdom Valley?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the visuals are great, and yeah.
Delta, do you have any thoughts? We don't want you to ruin your thoughts.
Well, hey, also, I'm trying to test it out real quick. In case the drive does go down, I'm recording on my end.
Okay, awesome.
Nice. I'm just trying to, again, Court, don't stop recording. I'm just trying to see.
That's fine, that's fine. I mean, I'm only going to worry if we get to, like, another 10 minutes or so. I don't know.
We can try to make it work. Let me just see if I can at least get the audio in. If we get the audio in, then I will continue off where Court's drive ends.
I'll tell you when I'm like starting to get really, really low in space. I still got like a gigabyte left, and this has been going on.
Let's try to like. Let's try to keep it like more straightforward, you know, like
yeah. Just give me a moment to like see if it's working.
That's fine. That's fine.
While we talk.
That's fine.
All right. So what's next?
Sunset Heights.
Oh, that was Sonic Forces.
It's just Chaos Island, Radical Highway, and the Tokyo DLC.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that I have some thoughts on.
Yeah. But Sunset Heights was interesting. One, they made a Forces level work, which was kind of cool to see.
Yeah, it was very nice. Visually as well. It looked very nice.
Okay, that didn't work.
Well, we better speedrun.
Yeah. Oh, gotta go fast.
Yep. I can go fast.
This is all gonna be in the episode, by the way.
I know.
Just the chaos. I can just
Fantastic.
record on my end. We're just gonna do hopes and miracles from this point on.
Try to go faster.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
we'll have this better planned in the future.
Sunset Heights, nice looking level.
Sunset Heights, yeah. I've been seeing some people actually not like how it looks in comparison to
Forces.
Forces, and it's like, why not? Like, I genuinely think it's like for a remix of Sunset Heights, it's like I like what they did.
They both look good. They do. Visually, Sunset Heights and Forces looks good, but it's like I have a compliment for
yeah, and especially with like the inclusion of like the Death Egg robot cutscenes, the underground section and everything. It's just that. So it's like I have like it's like Sunset Heights is definitely my favorite visually in terms of the levels. Just the problem is it's a shame that the 3D level has to be cut off by the Doom Zone, because I would have loved to have still continued onward with Sunset Heights. At the very least, At the very least,
Highway. Let's get out of Sunset Heights and go to Radical Highway.
Shut up, Doom. We're not. No. Not now, Black Doom. This is not your time. Like at the very least, when you get out of the Doom Zone in Rail Canyon, you still keep going through Rail Canyon. I don't exactly know why they couldn't have done that with Sunset Heights, especially since like it would have been like, I feel like they could have also like taken like a few liberties of doing like instead of just ending off literally like popping out of the underground, or at least I think that's how Shadow like came out of it in the end. It's like we could have kept going, and the goal ring could have been at Red Gate Bridge where the Metal Sonic fight was in Forces. Like we could have ended there.
Or maybe it could have ended like where Shadow appears in Forces, where like when like the fake Shadow's there and then real Shadow beats him up, and then maybe it could have ended there.
Speaking of cool, we'll be right back after these messages. Maria, it was and we're back. Maria. It was really cool to see Maria again. It was foreshadowed throughout the game, but just seeing Maria again was really awesome. The new voice actor did a fantastic job.
Yes, he did.
it's still funny how it really is still funny. Whereas it's like we have a new voice actor for Maria after 15 years. No,
It's 14 years.
Really? I thought it was longer.
No, wait. In comparison to
Shadow
Shadow Generations at the time, it came out in 2023.
Yeah, 14 years.
So
When did Maria have a Shadow
5? No, yeah, no. 18 years at the time, because now it's 20 years.
Oh, why did I get 14? No, it was 19 years. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I think that leads to Call as the longest one without a new voice actor. Sorry, Robbie.
Oh well, and also Gerald as well.
No, Gerald got a new voice.
Gerald's voice is
in Shadow the Hedgehog, Gerald was voiced by Mike.
Yeah.
I could have sworn it was a different guy.
In
Sonic
Adventure 2, it was Deem.
I thought it was a different guy for like both those games. Like I don't remember. I don't think Mike played as Gerald the first time.
Well, the less we talk about Mike, the better.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, no. Sorry, my bad. No, in Sonic Adventure 2, Gerald was voiced by Mark Biaggi, Vector's first voice actor.
That's funny.
Vector
when the dead is too bad.
But yeah. But yeah, no.
I guess it was
them both, and in 4K high definition is absolutely crazy. The fact we got so much new material with them to work off of, it was really nice. Again, one of those things where it was definitely you had to have been there. It was just nice to see those characters again, to hear new lines from them, to see them again, see them under different circumstances, but it was still an adventure to be had. Gerald and Marie, it's obvious Gerald and Maria's dialogues during in White Space are the most important to the series as a whole. Just because it brings a lot of insight to the Robotniks, it brings a lot of insight as to how time travel is even working in Sonic to begin with after all this time, and which I didn't even consider it at this point, but when I was looking through the Sonic Wiki, it was like, oh wait, now is like Gerald's dialogue in White Space finally makes classic Sonic make sense, and it's like
also like this is just about like the Gerald's return and stuff. Gerald's design is much better than the last time we saw him in Shadow of 5. Since like Shadow of 5, they made him look more like Eggman than the skinny old wrinkly man in Adventure 2, and then Generations brought back that original design, and it was a much needed improvement.
Well, you see, it's actually funny because when you look back at Gerald's journal, in Gerald's journal, Evan Stanley draws him, and he looks more like a combination between the two, like between Sonic Adventure 2 Gerald and Shadow of 5 Gerald. But you can see, like, at the very start of the Space Colony Arc project, he pretty much did look like Eggman, or like closer to Eggman's body type, and like he was more round and such. But as things progressed, he got skinnier, and he like progressively lost weight as the project just kind of went downhill from there.
That's what I was thinking.
And then we lead off to where he is now, or at least prior to his execution, which was as we see him in Shadow Generations.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, Gerald spent so much time. It's like, yeah. But yeah, again, it was really nice to see them again. Again, a lot of the new material was very, very much needed. And yeah. And that actually does kind of bring up, I guess, because it almost brings up what I guess GCR was talking about earlier, is the whole time traveling situation and bringing those characters back, as well as Black Doom. It's like, I don't know. I guess I just kind of want, considering that we are recording on a new recording, I kind of want to go back to that. It's like, sure, because like, because as we were talking about it earlier with Dark Beginnings and everything, it's that the Gun Commander came back, and we got the fact that his Archie name is now his canonical name, Abraham Tower, and
oh yeah,
that was something that Ian had talked about is like, well, hey, I've got a few ideas if we were to give him a name, for this game. It's like, under my contract with Archie and it's official Sonic material, and it's like, I think Ian also like said that I think he was going to like joke around and bring up what if we named him Oliver Garden, because but
no, his name in the movie.
but no, they went with Abraham, and
Tower.
Yeah, it's like it definitely works. So it's like I can only imagine Ian wanted to get a bit more material from Archie out of it. However, that's where I get to come in with this. It's like there have been ways where the Black Arms have returned post Shadow 5, but I can only imagine that Sega either didn't want that to happen because it originally was from Archie, because again, they can be pretty weird about that, or it's like, how else would they have been able to bring back Black Doom outside of White Space, Yeah. I guess that's more just a question towards JCR.
Paige, you wanted to talk about something?
Oh, well, what I want to talk about is much further later in the thing.
Yeah, but that's all. Then the next level that happens is Chaos Island.
Yes.
Very
which is very which even I can't deny is blatantly asset reuse, but it's like
this is why the game should have taken place after Frontiers, because Shadow. Why is Chaos Island appearing?
Well, because apparently, yes. Like, I feel like they should have done a level from Shadow 05 rather than a level from Frontiers. Do a level from his own game.
Even I was expecting that. That's like Chaos Island's inclusion is strange. I'm not even too sure if there's even an answer. If there is, I haven't seen it yet. But like, yeah, like Chaos Island is
recency bias probably, so they can have a level from the latest Sonic game. I don't know.
Like, look,
that's the real reason why.
Look. A lot of the levels that were included in Shadow Generations have impact on Shadow as a character. Space Colony Arc was where he was created. Rail Canyon was where he discovered the Shadow androids for the first time. Kingdom Valley was where Mephiles was introduced to him in Rouge. Sunset Heights was where he had returned and joined up with the Resistance. Again, the whole thing with the Phantom Shadow. They have significance as to why they're here.
And Radical Highway.
Chaos Island doesn't make any sense in the slightest. And even then, it's like, okay, sure, Gerald does explain that echoes of the future are also showing up just as much as the past is.
Which is why
However, Shadow does not show up in Frontiers in any way, shape, or form.
I don't think he's even referenced.
No, I think they have like one dialogue.
No, Sonic has like one piece of dialogue, but I think that's only it.
Like when he references Tangle.
Yeah. The only way I can ever see them just
keep me up here.
I guess I can only imagine like why they did Chaos Island, because like, oh, we wanted to like Shadow in like the Frontier style. It's like, okay, here you go. But it's like we could have had like a level from Shadow 05. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The Black Comet would have been an amazing like final level to the game.
Now that in replacement of Chaos Island, like, or at least like something similar, like Glyphic Canyon could have been like just as equal as like a mountainous stage as Chaos Island.
Or they could have done, if they wanted to do another city level, they could have done the first level Westopolis.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, if it's Echoes of the Future,
Black Comet would have been cooler.
Actually,
if it's Echoes of the Future, then I guess we could count this as the first teaser for Frontiers 2.
True.
Not necessarily. It really is just including them just to include them. I mean, the same thing for Chronos Island and Crossworlds. It's just, yeah. Because, like, despite the fact we're getting a Frontiers 2, it's just more of a sequel in gameplay. Like, I don't think we're going back to the Starfall Islands unless there is something that does need to be explained,
The symbol.
And we'll say the Frontiers retrospective for when
no, they explained it. Or at least Sage has a hypothetical on what it is.
Yeah. Next, then after we've beat Chaos Island, we get probably the most was surprising, but Rouge. When I was playing the game originally blind, I thought characters that appeared in Gens were off limits, but Rouge appearing was kind of confusing. I mean, it makes sense because Shadow and Rouge have been intertwined, but
yeah, they're best friends.
Yeah,
technically,
it was. Basically. I will say Rouge's writing in the game made a lot of sense because it was like, oh, you see. Remember, they're not real, because these are memories. I do like the fact that she does try to help Shadow cope with it. I think that was a really nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
her voice acting was always.
Sorry, what was that about memories? Excuse me?
Remember
with Maria and Gerald.
Yeah,
Rouge
talks.
Yeah, no, that is true. It's the fact that that Gerald and Maria were like they came from the past.
Yes.
Or are we talking about like the ending now or something?
We're getting close to that.
No idea.
Oh, we didn't talk about the boss fights.
Yeah, we're talking about the boss fights after we get done with the levels and stuff.
Yeah, which we did.
Yeah.
And that is it for part 1 of our Shadow Generations retrospective. Stay tuned for part 2, where we talk about the boss fights and wrap up our overall conclusion on Shadow Generations. This was a really fun episode to record. It was nice to have Floof and Delta appear, and I can't wait for you guys to see what we have in store for part 2. I hope you guys enjoy the thumbnail by J-Goblin, and as always, thank you for watching the Podcast of Disaster. As always, be good to yourselves, others, and mothers, and we will see you on Thursday for the conclusion.